Hi there folks, welcome back to Rich Reviews and my latest TV show for you guys here now. This happens to be Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, and I know on my channel animation has never really done well, but I decided that I would want to watch and review this to expand my knowledge and my interest. And let me confess, I have never played the Resident Evil video games, and I know that there are plenty of people that do. I know that Michelle Rodriguez, Milla Jovovich, Ali Larter, and Paul W.S. Anderson would play those video games while on set of making those Resident Evil films. Let me confess, I've seen a whole lot of those Resident Evil films, and let me confess, with the exception of Resident Evil Extinction, I think the majority of them utterly suck. And upon watching this Infinite Darkness miniseries, in reality, this thing is a mini film. This is unlikely to expand my interest, and I doubt this thing will expand the fan base of Resident Evil. Now, taking place apparently between Resident Evil 4 and 5, I had to actually look that up because apparently I'm not knowledgeable in Resident Evil lore. Apparently, if you ever watch Love, Death, and Robots, there's plenty of animated studios out there that do wonderful work, and I guess this is part of another studio that does wonderful animated work. No one is expecting, say, Pixar level, or, who would expect Pixar to actually do a Resident Evil series, or DreamWorks, or Disney. But alas, hey look, there's some Japanese animated studio out there that's perfectly willing to do the Resident Evil series. Despite having top billing, Claire Redfield is sort of relegated to a B-level storyline, which in reality this story goes to Leon and two soldiers from Panamistan. Yes, that's actually the country name, but Leon apparently survived Raccoon City and has given the eternal gratitude of thanks by saving the president's daughter. He's in the White House when apparently zombies get loose in the White House and they have to kill a whole bunch of people. The president obviously would like to know why zombies were let loose inside the White House, and obviously the Secretary of Defense is clearly blaming China, and he clearly is trying to push a war with China, or granted hegemony in the region that this one particular country is being portrayed as. If you're going to name a fictional country after Afghanistan, please do better than the name of what they give this particular country. Clearly, this is just stupid. We all know this thing is Afghanistan, but clearly they want to do something completely different, and they just figure, okay, we'll just give this name. And yes, there's a civil war going on. We are granting freedom to this country here. And maybe then if we intervene in this country, China will clean up its act. I really heavily doubt that, but hey, look, every country has to have a hegemony in its own region. Leon joins these two soldiers, one of whom was in the hero Panamistan, and he's basically like, yeah, it's all a joke, I wake up with nightmares. Obviously, we come to realize later on, he's been taking the antiviral medication because he was obviously bit. One other lady soldier whose brother was shipped out undetected. Father has been using his fortune to help save the brother. And then Claire Redfield is obviously investigating all what that went down. Now this obviously all leads to a head in episode 4, where this one soldier, takes out the Secretary of Defense. And the Secretary of Defense is just sort of like, hey look, I'm going to do what is necessary to promote peace and prosperity throughout the region. Claire Redfield is currently working for an NGO. It's a confrontation inside this one laboratory where all these soldiers are being stored at. And notice, at least one character has to jump up from a leaf of acid and hope that she doesn't get burned alive. I am not a professional gamer. I really wish I was. That way I could be like, hey look, I know everything about this. There really has not been a great video game adaptation. There really hasn't. I wish there was. And obviously the Secretary of Defense is given that monologue at the end. And it's not a particularly very good monologue. He essentially is a warmonger, although he's a naive warmonger. And obviously the president is sort of blind to what the Secretary of Defense is wanting to accomplish. So in reality, would I recommend Resident Evil Infinite Darkness if you're a hardcore gamer, if you're hardcore into the films? Yes, everyone else need not apply. So folks, Resident Evil Infinite Darkness, have you seen this? What did you think? Please put everything in the comment box below here, folks. As always, folks, like, comment, subscribe, enrich yourself with knowledge. I'm at Michael Rich at Richard Reese 2 on Twitter. I'll see you next time, folks. Yes, hooray.